Man.
Yo,
StreamYard being fugazi.
StreamYards is a different beast. Let me just start with that first because when I was sitting here trying to figure
Hey
this
man,
out with J Tom, shout out J Tom by the way.
is there?
Yeah, so it didn't want to agree with me. If I'm gonna be super honest, that's why we're a little late for today. But at the same time, we kind of on time, bro. Because with what we're about to talk about today, I feel like
Hey,
it's going to be substantial. I'll tell you that. Now, not all of us can be here today for the whole thing, okay? But it's cool. It's cool. I want to remind everybody this ain't just for us. Like this is open to like any content creator that be down with music and can have a conversation, can hold a conversation. We can keep it peace around here. I feel like we can have the greatest convos over here for sure, right? But look, enough with me because y'all know me. Yeah, right? So let's go ahead and get started with the panelists that we have for tonight. So to my okay, that's my left. To my right, okay. We got the man in the bright room himself, Mr. I'm the lightest in here, no cap. Like,
What?
Mr. Father figure, okay, Mr.
What?
I take care of my kids, Mr. I do what I gotta do to provide. J Tom reactions, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the goal.
man,
Oh, hey.
man,
You're
don't
you're
do
the
me like
brightest
that,
one
bro.
in here. What do you mean? Look at you. My shit dark. What the hell? And I got two lights on.
Hey, that's
Nah,
true.
you the role model.
That's
for
true.
real.
Hey,
Right?
I only got one light in here, so you know
he's
that shit is
flexing.
bright.
What, the ceiling light, or are you trying to point at God?
Both. I heard Kendrick Lamar's album earlier, and that's what's lighting my room right now.
that's what's keeping the lights on in here.
Hell yeah.
This man said
Bro, that's so
Kendrick is the
wrong
light.
to say, knowing that we're gonna be talking about J. Cole's
Yeah,
album.
another
That is
Cole can
crazy.
never do that. He could never do that.
All
Nah,
right,
nah, you can't keep the lights on in my room.
that's hilarious.
Uh,
All right, moving on now. Below me, the man that's literally being a father right now. Mr. I do what I gotta do to provide and deliver these packages. Okay? Mr. King Hammer himself, ladies and
What's
gentlemen.
up, y'all? Support is free. Y'all already know. Make sure you hit that like button. You already know support is free. Just it takes one click. It takes one click. Go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to everybody as well, because we just gonna be kicking back, giving y'all some perspective and respectable opinions, if anything. So why not just join the club? Get some knowledge. Let's go ahead and share opinions. Little girl, leave me alone. Go in your room.
That was timed perfectly.
We just moved, man. And she
Oh,
and
that is so
and
funny.
as soon as I even try to get on this YouTube thing, both of them over here, Daddy, what you doing?
They're like, I want to be on
kid.
camera too.
No, I'm like, minding my own business, kid. Go ahead and
All
hit 'em.
right. All right. Finally, Mr. We're going on a trip in our favorite airplane. Mr. I'm just too expensive. I can't just spend all my time in Toronto. Mr. I had to go and check on family all the way down under. Mr. I might be Caribbean, but I still be walking with them folk around here. All right. I
Hell
like
yeah.
kangaroos. I like koalas. You understand me?
He's a boomer fool.
Yeah, I'm sick. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Lightwalker in the building.
You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody
go.
in the
Yes,
live stream.
sir.
I appreciate you.
Oh, shoot. We got HHSB and Koala in here?
What?
Yes.
What
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
What up,
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Shout out to the legends,
Hey,
bro.
man, y'all hit
Hey,
that
good?
like button
Legends
for
are
your
great.
favorites.
Listen, we trying to be like y'all.
Yes.
You know?
We're on our way.
No,
We're
we
on
on
our
the,
way.
Shout out to
we
the
on the
legends,
way.
man.
We on the way to stand tall together. We on the way.
You know?
Mhm.
So,
But y'all are definitely the inspiration. So shout out to y'all in the chat.
hey,
Koala,
real talk, though.
appreciate
Real talk,
you.
bro.
You already know the hairline straight. You already know I made sure it was situated before I even got on here. And crew, I need some sneakers. I'm hitting you up soon.
Get the plug.
Oh crap,
Hey,
she's
get
coming
the
back.
plug, man.
So it's safe to say that we all know why we're here. You know, some of us are on one side. Surprisingly, some of us are on another side. And then some of us are in the middle.
Mm.
We're going to be talking about the fall off, ladies and gentlemen. J. Cole
Oh,
dropped the project that divided hip hop damn near, if I'm going to be super honest.
Coleslaw.
Now, it's safe to say a lot of us here has given this album a couple listens.
Mhm.
I might as well go ahead and start off by saying this was a mixtape. This was a double disc mixtape. After careful evaluation of this album, I listened to it about like 3 times. If you know me and you know the kind of marketing mind that I have, I just kept having questions upon questions to the point where I'm like, you know what? If this is what you wanted to do, it's cool. So after what we've all talked about, some of us have been in Twitter spaces, some of us has talked with other creators, some of us has talked with communities. We just got to start with the initial thoughts of the album. I'm gonna go ahead and let J Tom go first. I think you said he gave it about 3 listens.
Okay. I know HHSB crew is a major J. Cole fan. So HHSB crew, I hope that this doesn't wreck the relationship that we have, but it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. I think disc 1 could have been done away with.
Ooh. Like
Disc
completely?
1, you could have just not even put that on. Maybe 1 or 2 tracks could have been on disc 2, and just disc 1 could have just been done away with. Disc 2 was like Flex said, it was a cheat code. I totally 100% agree with Flex when he said
throw me
that.
under the bus like that, bro. I'm like my views have changed a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, but you know.
I do 100% agree with Flex when he said that. The only thing is, I don't understand. Like, it took 10 years to make the album. It could have been a little bit more like showing us what exactly you have done in those 10 years.
I hear you
And
on
that's
that.
all I have to say.
No, we just getting started. All right,
Like
Like
Lightwalker.
this too.
I got
I
some
didn't
takes.
like this. I didn't like this one.
All
Again,
right, Lightwalker. Talk to us. Big Toronto, even though you're Australia.
I'm sorry. Okay. I really do respect Cole. I don't respect a lot of the things that he's done over the last couple of years in terms of the post battle or in the middle of the battle too. But that's what frustrates me about him, because he makes it so difficult to defend him. The skill level is there, and then his actions sometimes make us question, not sometimes, all the time, make us question, his capabilities in rap. And I would say I agree with J Tom where in terms of like the first disc, but I would say in a way where it's like you could have axed half of these songs. This should have just been one disc. It didn't need to be a double disc. And
Nope.
26 songs with like some songs that are like 5 to 6 minutes back to back. J. Cole, it's a little too much for me. And I like J. Cole, right? And there's a lot of filler I find in this album too. Also, where the hell is Jid? You have Burna Boy, you have Thames, which I love. That's cool, sure. You have you have Future on there, which I think, in my opinion, was a wasted feature. Because what do you know about my pain? Like, come on, you gotta have Future do them a lot, right? But it's like you have all these people on there. Where's Jid? But then on the freestyle, you're saying if hip hop is back, then Jid should be platinum. Put Jid on your album so that maybe he could help go platinum. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's just things on there that I'm not trying to. I don't understand. He says he's working on the album for 10 years, right? But then he said he made the second disc because of what happened in 2024, right? So it's just like, I don't understand the whole conceptual theme of the fall off, because it didn't feel like there was a theme, but you named it the fall off, but it didn't feel like anything was about the fall off. You know what I mean? So it's just like Cole, I think, suffers from that, where he doesn't really have an overall theme of his projects. and it's very evident here. And that's why I say the off season to me is still better than this album.
Facts.
That's where I'm at.
All right, talk to us, King. What's up?
Can you tell that I'm disappointed?
Ah,
Now,
Are you trying to say that he sounded like Drake on this album, The Six?
Oh,
No, I'm giving it a 6 of spades. Now, in any game of spades, any other suit would not be able to beat this album if it's not a 6. Sorry, my daughter's right underneath of me.
no, you good.
So any other suit that is 6 or below, of course, no. Any other suit other than a heart, or like anything that is higher than a 6 of spade, is gonna beat this album. This album was solid for Cole, but he should have kept it a mixtape instead. I agree with Flex. Now the problem is that he's not addressing anything. Like, the subject matter is not there. It's mainly just like 80% tough talk, and he can't do that after Port Antonio. After Port Antonio, I understand about the apology. The apology, I can get with it, because as a man, when we all know that we're wrong, or at least we're in a position that we know that we need to back up or get up out of course we gotta get out of there. But you can't be tough talking at all. You need to be addressing the issue, the elephant in the room. Like what Wayne did it. So, oh, y'all ain't catch that pun? All right, got it.
Peanuts to an elephant.
oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is that this was a solid project by Cole. I can't sit there and take that away from him. However, I don't have any quotables. I don't have any lessons learned. I don't have anything to grow from this. Of course, almost every other, even Might Delete Later, was better than this, and that's unfortunate, especially if you've been working on this album for the last 10 years. Something that's 10 years old should not be worse than the last project you just put out. It shouldn't be. And the only reason why is because his words in this album were diluted by Port Antonio. And I think that we can all be agreeing in that. If not, I understand. But Port Antonio, when he is boasting about saying that he wouldn't have lost the beef, he would have just lost the bro. No, you're supposed to go at war. In hip hop, there is an unspoken rule that I believe that we all know. If it's beef, it's beef.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he's the one that shot first. Second, he deleted it, of course, and took it down and everything. All's fair is fair. But you can't slap somebody and then say, oh, my bad, man. I didn't even know that you could take a hit like that. You know what? My bad. I forgot you're gangster. And then not address why you backed out. Not address it anywhere at all. And just sit there and say, oh, yeah, I'm the best to ever do it. No, you're not. You are not the high school bully anymore, Alfred. Get out of here. Go back to the library. Like,
What did he say? Ask your favorite rapper? Did he say something like that?
Man. Yeah, he said ask your favorite rapper.
He said ask your favorite rapper. Who's my favorite rapper? I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all know who my favorite rapper is. I'll stop talking about it. So,
all right.
I mean, anything, also, I wanted to add,
he let my favorite rapper down. Again.
Exactly, and you can't say that you're the best if you're not battle tested against actual good rappers.
All right, so okay, how about this? So how about this? Why don't we just address the apology battle, everything right now? Because there's one thing I do have to say. After listening to this album, because remember, like, my initial thoughts, I was not there at all on disc 1. Disc 2, it was number of vibes, but I'm gonna get into that later on. I want to just go ahead and knock this out now, because I feel like once we talk about that and then we talk about everything else, like it's gonna kind of make sense. So if I'm gonna be super honest with you guys, and I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 and keep it super super real, I changed my stance on the apology. I could care less about the apology now. If I'm gonna be
What was your
super
stance
honest.
before?
My stance, like I was like, I'm done. You can't just like apologize, just like I was so hung up on the apology, right? I don't care about the apology anymore. And there's only one reason why I don't care about the apology. And it actually makes me more mad, funny enough, that I
What is
don't
it?
care about the apology now. From what I heard on Poor Things, forget the apology. Now that we know you can shoot, okay, because whatever you did on 7 minute drill,
Yeah.
that was Twitter talk. Whoever was in your ear at the time, that was Twitter talk. Because
Drake.
what you were saying, I'm sick. What you were saying at the time is just, it was so familiar with what we would read on social media. We've seen these comments before, the same comments he was rapping. And then initially, when we see everybody's reaction, everyone's like losing their mind, like, oh, I'm just like, we've heard this before. This doesn't hold any weight at all. But now we see you shoot on Poor Things. Forget the apology because you can shoot.
Yeah.
And you must be a sniper. But now I'm confused about the apology now because I'm like, what? You're a contender. Like, no.
He's suffering through duality. That's I 100% agree with you. Because we knew he could shoot. We heard Born Sinner, J. Cole.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Just imagine for a second how that battle could have went. We could have had the illest three-way battle on planet Earth.
Right.
Imagine you have Drake and Kendrick duking it out with the same songs they have. Meanwhile, you can have Cole come in on a technical scale, rapping his ass off in air, talking about look at these dudes, these preschool children bullying each other. Like I'm the illest, I'm the realest. Like he could have done some ish like that. But now, like,
could have sunned, you know,
I'm sitting here, I'm just like, do you not realize what you could have done? Like, do you not understand your own influence? Your people will follow you if you do that.
But look how he didn't hesitate to shoot at Dot, but he's so scared to shoot at Drake directly. It's just subs, even now. And he doesn't make the subs clear. So that in itself is a diss. You see what I mean?
We know the skill. We know the technicality of it all. The problem is, and sorry for this one, and then the other one's coming right now, but the skill and the ability is profound. There's no argument about how great J. Cole can actually rhyme and get down. The problem is, I mean, I think we were all there when what he did to Lil Pump.
Yes.
Can you take your sister and get up out of here, please?
That was a good point.
I don't want to hear.
But see, here's the thing about the whole Lil Pump thing. Lil Pump was a rapper that Lil Pump can't shoot. So you're gonna go at rappers that can't shoot.
Yep.
If you go at rappers that can't shoot, what, like, are you really a baller? Like, are you really?
You're not.
Are you really? Like, what is your, like, it's like holding a little kid back because he has shorter arms, and you're just bullying that little kid because he can't hit you because your arm is stretched out over his head. So that's why I said earlier, he's not really battle tested.
I mean,
and
look at the
reason
features.
as to why he's not battle tested is because he was begging for smoke from everybody, and everybody knew they weren't going to be able to keep up lyrically with him. They knew that he was going to be, because Cole, you can't lie. He is a one of one kind of artist. The only problem is that he was begging and begging for smoke. He was begging and begging for smoke. And the problem is he ran as fast as he could to a mic to apologize for barking up the wrong chimney. Oh, I ain't want this kind of smoke. What?
Right.
After he already shot him up, he was like, hey, your album sucked, but I ain't gonna tell you which one.
And the last one put them to sleep. But
apparently
one of my albums known for.
And they was tragic. But wasn't it J. Cole himself that put himself to sleep while he was at his own concert? So I just want to understand. He's got to figure
That's
out.
why you
He's
here,
got to
bro.
figure out where.
That's why
He's
you
got to
here,
figure out
man.
where. No, dude, I don't care. I'm cutting anyone and everything. It don't matter what's going on. As long as we ain't playing with jokers, trust me, I don't play with
Right.
I don't play with jokers. And unfortunately, J. Cole made a joker move by putting out Port Antonio, and therefore what it did was it diluted all of his words for me from then on, because I'm not going to be able to take you seriously if you're not standing 10 toes.
Thank you.
None of your words don't mean anything to me if I ain't seen no battle when you was sitting there begging for smoke for the last 10 years and sitting there featuring on everybody else's track. Like, no, I'm not here for all that. I need you to understand that if you're going to talk tough, then be tough. Don't sit there and run around in the ring running up all the time and then thinking that you won the championship. No, you don't belong in the ring. If you're not battle tested and if you're not ready to throw them down, if you throw some bars with somebody, keeping it friendly, of course, because I don't think that Drake or Cole have the capacity to step to Kendrick without it being, with it just being friendly.
No, they can't. That's why Cole revealed himself.
You know what? Let me add to King Hammer's point, because at that point you got to think about what does that move do to battle culture, especially when the rap battle scene is kind of like dwindling down right now. Right? So everything, like with the whole like shift, the kind of like the kind of rebranding I would say hip hop is going through, for lack of a better term, we need to stay on task. We got to stay on the concept. We got to stick with what we know already, because that's like the algorithm. What we know that comes with the culture, that comes with these hip hop pillars. That's the algorithm that kind of feeds into the music. So we got to make sure that we stay here, stay on task, and continue to move like this, because it always worked like this. We just had a rap battle that shifted planet Earth. Right?
Yeah.
So anybody out there that's saying that the battle is just, okay, it's done, it's whatever, you don't understand how much weight this battle was holding. It wasn't just an artist versus artist kind of situation.
No.
Nah.
I used to say it was a career versus career situation, but this is going all the way up to like, it's just the culture versus industry. Which doesn't even, when you think about it at face value, it doesn't even hold that much. But when you start to break down the details of each side, understanding that it is pretty much a computer now, since they want to use AI so much, and then the culture's the heartbeat, is the people, right? This is a bigger issue than people realize what we're going through right now, especially with the shift and why it's taking so long, right? So when I see Cole move like that, can I forgive the apology? Yeah, cool. But you just showed us that you can shoot, and you a sniper.
But are you gonna take it seriously?
I'll never take it seriously.
Hell no.
Look what he's shooting at.
But even look at the features.
He's shooting blanks.
He's shooting. But he's been showing us his character, because those same feature runs he's done.
Crazy.
How many of those rappers he's did those songs are lyrically better than him?
So
ask yourself that.
Okay,
he's gassing up this feature run.
The only rapper through all the features that J. Cole has had, the only rapper that can top him, is Benny the Butcher. But he didn't show up on that song.
No, he didn't.
Nah, there's no pause on that. Yeah, and Cole did wipe him.
He wiped him there. But everyone else, he had Yachty, he had Savage. I like the T Grizzly track. That was
you
cool.
can't,
like I said,
you can't forget. You can't forget. Trying to remember the name of the rapper that was on Pi.
Daylight. Oh yeah, Daylight.
Daylight. Come on.
Oh yes, yeah.
Come on.
You can't discredit the skill. Like nobody is ever going to discredit Cole's skill as a rapper, because we all know that this man has done some crazy things. And and it's hard to sit there and even like when your quotables are hard to quote. That's how you know that you're definitely. It's not that it's like I can't think of it or I can't. No, it's just that. Damn, how did he just say that?
Yeah.
Like I have never been more disappointed in another artist because of the reputation that they made for themselves. Like this is like getting uh like all these golden stars in the hip hop community. You have the people that are rallying behind you. You have people that are, rooting for you in like you're signed to Rock Nation. You're able you have Dreamville. You have artists that are looking up to you and taking and have been taken under your wing and they're being successful. And all because of the person that you were and how your image was forged through your work. But then throughout that work, you wanted to play the tough guy. And when it was time to be tough, you realized that you have no hands. And all of that discredits just about everything that you had built for yourself at that point. Port Antonio was where he lost me completely because you cannot be
Right.
talking like this like you have hands. No, show us. No, I don't want to hear about uh, what what
Would
shoulda,
have
coulda,
lost the
woulda.
battle.
No, what
Yeah.
did you do? What did
Mm-hmm.
you do? What happened? What happened was is that you tucked tail when you realized that this was going to be personal, and you know that Kendrick knows some stuff about you, and you barely know some stuff about him because that's just how Kendrick is. Like at this point, it's kind of
Yeah.
obvious, and
Right.
Cole probably confides in Kendrick and knows like I mean you could tell ever since what was that what was that track that J. Cole produced? The Jig Is Up?
Mm.
The Jig Is Up with Kendrick and Cole as the producer?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that they have been boys for a minute and I get it. You don't want to diss your best friend or nothing like that. You don't want to diss like your best industry friend because there's no
Of
friends in
course.
the industry. But
No.
you don't want to dish your man's who you know is on a lyrical capability or ability that is on the same playing field as you. All three of them is titans in the rap game and all that. Like I won't discredit Drake's rapping ability, but we all know that everything was stolen. So let's just leave that alone. Two,
Yeah.
Cole and Kendrick being where they're at, these two are like night and day when they're two sides of the same coin. But at the end of the day, Kendrick proved himself being the better artist because he stood 10 toes. Cole didn't, and trust
Mm-hmm.
me, my wife loves Cole. I do too, but she loves Cole a little bit more than I do. I was always more of a Kendrick fan ever since 2010. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, my guy won because he stood 10 toes. Cole did not, and then he's
Right.
rapping about what if I did stand 10 toes? Wouldn't I be the greatest? Shut up.
Don't want to hear that. I
One
agree.
thing Naomi King said, 100% true. It hits different when your very words don't mean nothing to you. And that's why people can't really say this is an album, is something to finish a
Mhm.
somewhat legacy with.
That's fire. I agree.
All right. So now, did we get that all off our chest? Because we had a lot
Yes.
of
We
hot
did.
energy on that, right?
Sorry.
We did.
No,
My
no, no,
man
no,
was
no, no, no,
vibing
no.
out.
It's
I
not. We
Oh
apologize.
no, no, no,
need
wait,
to
wait,
share
hold on,
that.
hold on. I'm gonna say one last thing.
Go
Where
ahead.
J. Cole lost me was
Mm.
Grippy.
Grippy.
We don't
That's
know.
where he lost me.
We don't talk.
We
You
don't-
number
Yo,
one.
That's
Hold
fine.
on, hold on. Number one. You decided
Let's
to
find out what
apologize,
Griffey
right?
was.
You decided to apologize. You left. You the next project you come out with is Grippy.
He's not serious.
That was a
The
joke.
next project you come out with right after you apologize, bow out, is Grippy.
yo, listen. I'm gonna keep it tall with y'all. Yo, the only time I remember this song is when somebody brings it up. I always forget that song.
This even happened
I'm gonna
because
be
you wanted
so
to.
honest.
Your
And
mind is trying to
that
forget it.
song, the song Grippy came right after Wagwan Delilah.
That's why we don't talk.
They don't care about the craft, bro. I don't care
They
how good they
don't.
sound. They
No,
don't care.
no,
These are dumb decisions. These are grown men
no.
that could make better decisions, and they're not.
All right, bet. So can we stay on the topic of better decisions then?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
let's go.
now
yeah.
we can
Let's do
step
it.
into the
Let's do it.
album, and I don't need to pick apart every song, but I'm gonna pick apart the business to it as well as the structure to it and how you could have showed the people this. I'm gonna start off by saying when it comes to the fall off, it's cool. This one grew on me when I understood that this was not for me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand this was strictly for J. Cole and his fans and North Carolina. So keeping that in mind, why wasn't this, if this is going to be your final album, because at the end of the day, I call it a mixtape, it's an album at the end of the day. Why didn't this have a short film attached to it?
He's not that artistic.
It should have had a short film attached to this. That
I
would have
agree, though.
it would have helped with the visual. Now, understanding that it's also J. Cole displayed storytelling on all cylinders
Mhm.
throughout
Right.
this whole thing.
I think the reason as to why that there was no short film with this was because there was no way to contextualize his words into vision because he himself can't see where
I
he's going with
disagree.
it. I don't think he
Mm,
knows where he was going with it
I
because
agree with him.
it sounded like a bunch of songs that he had already pre-recorded and he chose them all at random and put them in a sequence where they would make sense to him throughout
Mm,
his life, where we would hear it and it wouldn't make sense right now. So at the end of the day, there's no way to there's no way to manipulate a visual image for it, like how he did with the trailer for the album.
Mhm.
That was smart because that was a mood that was like a mood setter. It was like this is where I'm at,
mhm.
but then the rest was up to our imagination
Yeah.
because I mean that's just kind of what, because I don't think T-Pab, I don't think Forest Hills Drive had any outstanding visuals to it that weren't just music videos.
Mhm.
So had he had put a short film with this, it would have even diluted it more because then it would look like he was trying too hard.
Mm,
Because
Right.
you don't want to seem like you're trying too hard to your fans.
that's true.
No,
I disagree.
this was just lazy in my personal opinion. And I mean it's quality, it's
Mhm.
decent, but had Port Antonio and the apology never happened, this would be a 8 to 9 out of 10 album. But it's already been diluted by both of those things,
I
so
don't
it's
know.
hard for me to take anything seriously, especially if they don't take themselves seriously.
Because
I
Hey,
don't.
Flex, can
I
I make
don't
a
think
quick point
the.
because I have to go right after this.
okay, make
Okay,
your point.
go.
Make your
My
point.
bad, bro. I agree with you because I think it would have helped in some cases if he didn't have the apology in Port Antonio and all that. But since he did do that, and we're dealing with that reality, he has that now, and that would dilute it because it does come off like you're trying too hard, but there's no vision. You can
Mm,
see there's no cohesive storyline or plot to the album. So a
mm,
short film, if you don't even know what you're doing in terms of the ordering of the track list or the themes of the songs you're doing, a short film is just gonna be like, yo, what do you come on? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I can't articulate what the overall story is for the fall off. And I see that someone commented here saying he's probably gonna backtrack. This isn't his last album. So already we know he's gonna drop more music. This whole idea of it in the long run, I don't think is gonna benefit him. Right. So it's just like in a perfect world, in a different world where he made a different decision, a short film probably could have benefited if he had known overall what he was trying to go for. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? So that's where I stand. But I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'm sorry, I have to cut. But I do
Hey,
appreciate you
peace
guys
out,
having me.
Lightwalkers.
You already know.
Nah,
Guys,
you good,
smash the
bro. Go
like
ahead, do
button,
your
man.
thing.
These guys are gonna drop some wisdom and some truth bombs. So keep supporting. I'm gonna be watching once I get Wi-Fi. I'll watch the rest. All right.
Nah, remember we have
Sure.
the Black History Month panel later on this month, so I know we gonna cut up for that one too. So
Oh,
Yes.
word.
Get your
Oh, yeah. Let
popcorn.
me show up for
Get your
that.
popcorn. I'm
yeah,
excited,
bro.
bro. But thank you guys for having me, man. I hope you guys have a good one, bro. Shout out to the
course.
Peace
chat.
Show.
out.
Shout
Yeah,
out
take
Flex,
care,
J
bro.
Tom, King. You guys have a good one, bro.
You
Yes,
too, bro.
sir.
Yeah. See, I just want to remind like the chat, like this isn't just like it's not an intimate thing. This is an open panel. Like as long as you can have a conversation and can hold a conversation, we can have that conversation. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Make sure you
any like
join
any
Flex's
creator, like
Discord.
and I'm mainly going more towards like creators because like there's a reason why you're having this conversation. There's a reason why you have a community. There's a reason why like people listen, all that jazz, right? Creators out there, regardless of what your channel has in numbers. As long as we can talk, we can talk. You know,
Oh
this
yeah.
is open, you know? So I just want to like
And if
remind people.
if we can get crew in here to have this
Crew
conversation with
or
us, if you're
Koala.
still watching,
Anybody,
crew, yeah, crew
Zoe.
or koala, if you guys are still watching, if you guys
anybody,
want to hop in, just let us know. We'll drop the link.
anybody do real talk. But yeah, you know. But the
But
reason why I was saying it like that because like I remember when I went to Complex Con in Vegas in November and I sat down and watched Hit Boys and The Alchemist's short film for the project they were putting out at the time, right?
mhm.
It was like
Right.
it was like they were more focused like when I'm watching it's more focused on the film and then they can throw songs in there in a sense, right? Now, in terms of this album, I agree with y'all with the points you are making, but I feel like something for Fayetteville since you love where you came from so much. Because you got to remember, this ain't for us. This is for J. Cole fans.
Right.
So, in that sense, I feel like he can do that for his fandom. Because remember, his fandom, they think he can do no wrong,
That's facts.
right? So, over here, where things make sense, no, you don't need a short film because it doesn't make sense to us. Like it's kind of like all over the place. But for
Let
them,
me
I think he
let me
he
break.
has already made all the albums that he's already made have kind of led up to the fall off.
yeah.
That's why I think a short film wouldn't really have done anything. And this was kind of him showing, hey, I still got the shit. And he
Mhm.
kind of did leave the door open with one of the songs. I think he said that he wanted to break himself up or do um whatever he wanted to do. I can't quote whatever it was he wanted to say, but I think he said that he wanted to break himself up and remake himself. So he kind of left the door open with saying that
Mhm.
he can kind like, yeah, I see you, I see you, King Hammer, I see you. Hold on, give me a sec.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah. So he did leave the door open to for him to come back and basically he was showing his skills. He was showing that he can basically bar anybody up. He could bar your favorite rapper up. Now,
Mhm.
is that what's gonna happen? Because we don't know. We don't know if Drake is gonna come back with lyrics for him or to him. We don't know if Kendrick Lamar is gonna come back with some bars to him. And if that were the case, like, what is he gonna do? You know, is he, because in all actuality, with one of the songs, I think J. Cole, or two of the songs, J. Cole was dissing Drake. Drake could come back and be like, hey, motherfucker, you said, oh, sorry, it's on YouTube. Hey, you son of a mother. Like you said this about me. Like, let me come back with some bars to you. Like, we don't know if Drake is gonna come back with some like heavy bars to him, even though they were written by a ghostwriter, allegedly. But yeah, you can go ahead, Kingham.
Drake can't even rap at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Like at this point, I don't believe anybody wants to hear him um, tough talk at all or
Unfortunately,
whine, cry. I mean, of course, there's a lot of people, a lot
but
of Drake
King,
lovers,
let's be real though, because remember, out here in Toronto, just outside these walls,
just outside the
a
wall.
lot of people are waiting on dude.
Oh, of course. Like you can't like
The
because
damn
we can't
city
lie.
waiting for him.
Drake is the one that put Toronto or Canada on the map as some place that you can look for talent. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that is how he had represented anybody that is now in the hip hop space of Toronto because now they're going to be looked at sideways. They're going to be looked at
Talk.
they're going to be looked at, like, oh, what do you even have to say? Like, aren't you a disciple of Aubrey? So then, but getting back to him and J. Cole, like Aubrey, he can go ahead and say whatever he got to say to Cole, and Cole is just going to destroy him just as bad, if not, no, I'm not going to say worse, but probably he Drake ain't winning against Cole. I think we all know that.
No.
I think we can all sit there and go against ability, unless Drake knows some stuff about Cole that he can go ahead and spill out personally. Then I mean that would be a fun battle to see or entertainment or content to go ahead and create off of. But at the end of the day, Cole and Drake are both exposed for not standing 10 toes within their soul bars. So taking anything seriously from them is honestly a mistake or just something that you gotta abide with. Now for all the Cole fans, I was just debating somebody earlier, and of course I think you know how that went.
Oh man.
They're mad at me. I'm blocked. Um
Oh man. How'd it go?
Yeah, no, I don't play it. I don't play it. I'm not here to entertain opinions. I'm not here to entertain, the stats or whatever you got to bring. When it comes to me, stats only determine your placement in in the charts and in the scales. I'm talking about impact. I'm talking about how you felt when you first heard this or when this was first brought to you or anything. When it comes down to the impact of this album, um it was heavily anticipated. It was very the expectations were high. Like if the expectations were a 10, I have to give this a 6.
Yeah.
All right,
It
that's
just
valid.
him him talking
Valid.
tough too much, him having these songs come back from a whole time machine, him speaking from these different perspectives and carrying these different cadences from other artists and everything. I get the paying homage. I get paying homage to DMX on there. I understand, but who doesn't use that same bar in almost every project? Is you with me or what? No, we've heard this way too. We've heard this way too much. We've heard the like let
Right.
that man rest. Um, then on top
Y'all
of
give me a
that,
sec.
yeah, no,
No,
you're
do you
good.
think?
But then on top of that, with a lot of him not standing 10 toes, like I said, it just unfortunately took away a lot of the anticipation for it, like the hope that he would be able to put himself back into good graces.
No, I get
So
that.
is
Here's the
that me?
thing though. Here's the thing though. If I'm gonna be super real, um, I'm already like I said, I'm already past the apology. I'm past the tough talk. It's just how can you deliver on this? The delivery is the main thing for me. And there's a lot of
Right.
factors here on this project where I'm like, okay, you did good. And it's just the issue is like let's move over to like the beat selection, the sounds, what we're hearing from this, right?
Was anything memorable?
No, and
Exactly.
honestly, longevity. If I'm going to be real, I felt like, and this
I'm
was going to be
already
like the
over it.
last. Like the funny thing is, longevity was going to be like one of the later topics. But just to like
Hmm.
kind of preview it, I'm just like, I'm not gonna go back to this because I still go back to Forest Hill Drive. I still go
I
back to No Role Models,
yeah,
GOMD.
I'm not coming back to this to be like, oh yeah, let me hear this one because this was such a banger. Like I'm not coming back to this because it felt forced, rushed.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It felt like he was scrambling, looking for a way to make anything stick to the public when he could have just been himself, spoke his truth, and spoke about like how he felt about not only the battle but the effect that it had on his career, on his reputation. He's like, no, I'm still the best. And like, what are y'all talking about? Like, don't worry, I
Right.
jumped off of that list because y'all like, no, your shit don't, no, your shit still stinks. Sorry, YouTube, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like it doesn't matter. You need to be like Kendrick already basically broke the threshold of the perspective of the consumer. Like, yo, this is me and this is how I feel. This is how I'm going to be doing things. And the way that y'all are talking, y'all can't even step to me. And there's no way, no reason for y'all to be acting like listen to Squabble Up. He said, why y'all rap if it's fictional? What's
Mm.
fictional is J. Cole claiming to be the best. When this dude just went on what? How many tours? How many
Everywhere.
stadiums? How many stadiums? How
Everywhere.
many countries? How many
Just say
how many
everywhere, bro.
awards? Like if people
Everywhere.
want to bring stats and all that into this, Kendrick is literally on top of the world when it comes down to hip hop.
He's
And
he's the
he's been
GOAT.
rapping about that shit since Section 80.
Yeah.
And every album is a step towards it.
Mm-hmm.
GNX was like, now that I'm here, hey, thanks, LA, for everything that y'all done for me. And to all the people that doubted me, go somewhere else. This
Right.
ain't for you no more.
Yeah.
I'm here. And you can clear as day listen to it and have that stepstone going all the way up to where he's at right now. With J. Cole, he's been basically remaking songs the same. Every song, he has a great way of just rapping the same song differently. Same with Drake.
Right.
There ain't no growth. There's nothing really to pull back from it. There's some stories. There's definitely some stories that he could tell you. But at the end of the day, J. Cole could never be what he truly aspires to be because he is not standing within his own soul.
Mm.
And I wish he did.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that
Mm.
because there was too much experimentation on this project. He should have
Way
stayed.
There
too
is.
much.
You should, there should be no reason we should be hearing you trying to harmonize. All right, there should be no reason why I should be hearing you sing that much.
Nah, bro.
Man,
There shouldn't
man,
even
Skip
be
Bayless,
24 tracks.
Skip to
That was
skipped it.
overfeeding us with too many useless songs.
And here's the
Baja
thing now.
Scotch right over
Here's the thing now.
that song.
Think about this though. Look at the history of double disc projects, and then you have to put this project in with the others. All Eyes on Me, Mr. Morale.
No, you don't.
You don't.
Nope.
I see it right there. It's a double disc. Oh, it's right there, regardless.
So
Right.
of course it'll be in the lineup, but will it live up to its contenders?
Hell no. It
That's
won't
why
live
I
up to
don't.
No.
Mr. Morale.
And Mr. Morale being Kendrick's weakest album, and I had to I
That's the
even
strongest album. I
re-ran
don't care
through
what
it
nobody says,
the other
bro.
day.
Yo, I don't think that's his weakest album.
No, I'm saying like when it comes down to like sales.
Oh,
Okay.
sales. Okay.
So
Okay.
with that being his weakest album in sales, that is a very, very high chance that J. Cole is not going to beat that.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
No, no. With that being, come on now. Come on now. Like, it pains me to know that one of the best, like one of the people that could have been a top tier legend in hip hop, threw himself off of the mountain, free fall, no parachute, and then got back up and said, "Yeah, I'm the best." Got like 3 cracked ribs, rapping like he don't know what's going on. He over there rapping like he got 3 concussions.
He punched himself and said that he got into the battle.
Yeah, he said, he said, "I got all day blood on me." No, that's yours.
That's yours.
That's yours, sir. Yeah,
So-
how many fingers am I holding up?
Okay.
7?
A 5.
So,
My bad.
so check this out now. Because here's the thing, because like looking back at the project and just like the time that I took to listen to this, like I gave it at least like 2.5. I listened to disc 1 about 3 times and disc 2 twice. Disc 2, I don't really need to give that much listens to that, knowing that that was like paying homage in a sense.
Right.
In different songs to like all these individuals, right? And I have a list of the people that was I'm probably gonna read it later, but like when you think about using songs from like the Whispers, which is crazy to me, like sampling the Whispers is wild. Marvin Sapp, first of all, Marvin Sapp came out of nowhere. And then you know what made me mad about that song is that you were cussing all over that track, knowing that you're using this gospel singer. Like you could have kept that clean.
He was all
like,
over the place, man. He was all over the place.
You could have kept that clean, like Kendrick did for Luther. Like you could have, like, you know.
And
But,
here's the thing. Something that King Hammer said.
Yeah.
It seemed rushed, but how can you rush a 10-year project?
Mm-hmm.
That means it wasn't rushed. It's just more about like they didn't even know how to format this correctly.
So what I mean by that,
exactly.
What I mean by that is that they knew that after the beef, after all that, they needed to scrap their ideas already and then go ahead and come up with something new, because the way that he probably had this planned out was something like I started off here, grew up, had all these experiences, because he was talking about his experiences, but they were all mixed within the album. And
right,
little mama, and they were scattered. Nothing really had any kind of order. Nothing really had any kind of like even the songs with the tough talk. They were all scattered throughout. Like it was like playing Minesweeper with this album, and here and there you had a few tracks that I think that there were maybe 3 tracks, and I can't even remember the names that I actually liked, and that's out of all the tracks that were there, this 1 and 2. And it's unfortunate because the entire time he's sitting there just beating his chest in an empty forest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the king of the jungle with nobody in it. You're in the wrong place. And
right.
You used to be
king of the jungle in the desert.
Yeah, you're the king of the jungle, but you
was a
you
mirage.
underwater.
Yeah.
The jungle was a mirage. I see what you're getting at. I'm right there with you. You know,
like this
it was
album
a facade.
is just mad displaced. It's out of time. This was long overdue. This was also out of context. It didn't make sense. There was no layers to it to where we could, in order, understand where you're at mentally. Because one song you're sitting there crying, the next song you throwing bullets and attacking anyone and everyone. The next song you're talking about your memories, and then the next song you sitting there talking about like how drunk you was, this other night. Like, what's going on? Who are you? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
There's like, at least when artists usually make an album, or no, I'll say it, no, just an album. especially if they want it to be considered a classic, there's love into it. This album is not loved by J. Cole, and he knows that.
You know what
So
the
why
biggest
should
flaw
I?
is? So check this out now. You wanna know the biggest flaw in this whole project is?
Hmm.
Because basically, disc one, that's him 29 going back to Fayetteville. Cool. Disc two, he's 32, he's more grown, he's aged, a decade in time has passed. Cool.
Hmm.
That's him. Same thing, similar thing. Now, the biggest flaw that I think when I heard this project is I've heard your stories. We've had some sort of glimpse into your memories. We've heard you be the tough guy. Um that's great. We've seen your skill set. We've seen this, we've seen that. We've heard this, we've heard that. But how are you doing if this is going to be your last? Like how are you more in a sense, right?
Mentally.
Mentally.
We all know that this ain't gonna be his last.
But
Nah.
We
here's
all
the
know
thing
it.
though. Just I'm going to follow that because
He's
right
trying to
now
Jay-Z it.
yeah, I'm dead. So I feel like I'm gonna follow that now because that's technically the end of his story. That's the end of the J. Cole story. Now, is he gonna go through like some sort of rebrand in a sense? I doubt it, but he might come back, maybe a mixtape, something like that. Cool. I'm not looking towards that future right now. I'm sticking to
You think
where we're
that
at right now
you think that
on
he's
this.
gonna
The
do
fall
like
off
a
is the end, technically. I remember what was it 5 years ago when he had the little like whiteboard, and then you would see off season, and then a little later like the fall off next, all like kind of like in a little diagram in a sense written up. So I'm like, okay, cool. So you've been talking about this. Now you come out and said this took a decade to make. Great. Now you have a bunch of familiar sounds, familiar beats. Everything sounds like we've heard it before somewhere, which is cool. But this kind of ruins your longevity of the album. Like, there's a multitude of flaws, but the biggest flaw is just like, how's your mental space? Because if we're going to follow this project, you're kind of all over the place up here in your mind. And if that's how you want to step out, hey, bro, I don't know.
I think what J. Cole is missing is having that conversation within himself,
Mhm.
kind of the way that Kendrick Lamar did in Mr. Morale. And I think that that's, to be honest, that's what's missing in his catalog. He's
Right.
missing that introspective, the conversation between all three of J. Cole, just like what Deleted said, all three of his personalities, his introspective storytelling and shooting bullet side. If all three of them come together, kind of like Slim Shady and Eminem, they create this perfect entity, which would be J. Cole. If all three of them conversate in a song or in an album,
Mhm.
that's essentially what he's missing, the creativity.
Mhm.
J. Cole, all three of those would create a creative J. Cole in a sense.
yeah, but it shouldn't take all three of his it shouldn't take him separating his three perspectives to formulate his current.
Mhm.
Right.
He shouldn't have to separate that in order to tell us what he's doing right now. What or what he's feeling right now. What he's feeling right now should have been the main focus of this album because that would have connected us. That would have like if he had came into this album and said, you know, mentioning K Dot in first person shooter was a mistake because I shouldn't have to question that this man was great bars. And then, you know,
Right.
and try to sit there and compete with anybody because then it cost me two of my boys. I love them,
Mhm.
I appreciate them. They're amazing people, and I don't want to. I don't want to jeopardize or compromise any of our bonds and friendships and all that because this industry will pit us together, put it to pin us against each other in order to capitalize on our dollars. type of thing. That right there would have had me like, yeah, bro, like talk to us, like, man, like tell us what's going on with that, like what's happening, like with that, like what's with the industry, capitalizing on y'all's money and y'all's perspective, y'all's feelings, how and putting three, black guys together or against each other. That's entertainment. And especially in hip hop, how crazy and how much it's talked about of how it would have been a better battle if it was Kendrick and Cole. Everybody thinks that because it would have been.
Yeah, it definitely would have been better.
It would have been
a lot better.
It would have been better for hip hop.
Yes.
But
okay.
Drake and Kendrick actually hated each other.
Yeah.
So
Drake needed to go.
That was entertaining to watch because that was like somebody stealing Mike Tyson's sandwich. They dead. They dead. Gone. Yeah. Get them up out of here. And who going to arrest them? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. Hey.
Well, they're trying to. If you're going to follow your take, someone's trying to arrest the other person. But keep going. That's cool.
No, that's what I'm saying. Look, yeah, exactly. The dude woke up and was like, "Hey, man, who hit me?"
I'm dead.
I'm suing all y'all.
It's like that one scene in Rush Hour 1 when Chris Tucker got kicked in his chin. He didn't know who did it. Which one y'all hit me?
Man, listen, Drake still don't know. It's been 2 years. That man's still looking for who knocked him out. Meanwhile, Kendrick over there, OVO.
Right.
all around the world. I'm surprised that man ain't make it to Antarctica and had a concert. Man, that would have been cool as a penguin pool, man.
Right.
Listen, Cole, had he addressed some actual reality instead of, oh, this is what I was thinking when I was 29. This is what I was thinking when I was 39. And then I want you to think about what I'm thinking about right now. Shut up.
I'm dead.
Tell us what's going on in your head right now, because we don't care about 29-year-old Cole. We had that. That was amazing.
Right.
That's great. You don't got to remind us about how great you are. You need to prove why it was justified that you walked away from what you walked away from. Why you thought Port Antonio was a good idea. Why you think that this album should be considered a classic already. Because ain't no way I'm about to take you seriously. You can't even stand within yourself in order to say outright what's going on. You over there getting sued by Cam. What's up with that? Talk to us about that. Talk to us about about your reality. Why come you ain't pay that man?
Hey, you speaking right now, bro?
No, it's just It's baffling. It's baffling to me that I can't understand. I have to hear about past Cole currently when I need to know about right now Cole. I need to know about what's going on right now, bro. Like we don't care about the scene or the image that you're trying to paint for us. We need to know what is going on right now. And this album was so lackluster, and it was so I'm disappointed more than anything. I gave it a 6 out of 10. And I would have pushed for 7 had I remembered any of the damn track names. Had I been able to sit there and say, yeah, this one was nice, this one's cool. No, on my first 2 listens, I'm not going to sit here and say that I despise it, but I even ran back to A$AP Rocky's album just to go hear something.
What
just to go hear something that made me feel good.
What?
That's how bad it was. I was like, man, A$AP had a way better project than this. I got quotables.
Yeah, he did.
I got vibes. I got something to talk about. This man over here chilling. He over there with man. They about to have another bait. Man, listen, that man is living peak life right now. And what's
Rihanna fans?
He out here crying. Still.
Yo, those Rihanna fans, they hate A$AP Rocky. Get off her.
I love it.
Y'all had enough babies.
We want her back.
Right?
Help her drop something.
Yo, make a track for her.
Man. Not babies.
Bro. Yeah, yo, like this made me go back to the Nas and DJ Premier album. Like I loved that album
Damn.
compared to this.
Hey,
Compared to
that
this,
Nas.
I loved that album. And I even said it on my video that this isn't the strongest piece of work, but I appreciate it for the sake of hip hop. Like these are two big names and all that. But for me to go back to that album in distress after listening to this Cole album is enough words right there. That's enough.
That's it.
And listen, I I can't I can't say anymore. It's just
Man,
it's disappointing.
I went back to Jid's album. Jid's album was good. I went back
Yeah,
to Jid's album right
yeah,
after J. Cole's.
yeah.
That
Was
You
it?
tells
had
you
Hey,
to.
wait, hold on. Was Jid albums better?
Jid's
Yes,
album was better.
yes,
Jid's album
100%
was better
yes.
than J. Cole's.
Okay.
100%.
And dare I say, skill wise, Jid is not too far from him.
Mm-hmm.
Not too far. But
Not too
I
far
will
from him.
give Jid this. He has more creativity.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more creativity. That's what J. Cole's lacking.
That's the thing. Jid has story, like he has world building. He's able to pull your attention in and tell you like,
Yes.
hey, you want some reality? I can talk to you right now. Like we're gonna talk right here, and then he'll sit there and break down 300 syllables in about 30 seconds, and you're sitting there like you're catching
What?
every word, you're catching everything, and then you're like, oh, dang,
But
okay.
not only that, but he makes you want to look at the lyrics.
He makes you want to listen, and then you're sitting there, like especially the track that he had with M. Oh man, I almost passed out listening to
Shit.
that one, man.
I
Oh
did
man.
pass out listening to that one.
Oh.
Oh, okay, so
He
watch
said,
this now. Watch this. 'Cause I feel like, because I didn't really like kind of like expand on like the sound enough or the beats that we heard, because I feel like for Cole to choose the beats that he chose, he kind of hindered himself. Like he put a cap on himself basically with the beats that he was choosing, in my opinion, because I feel like they were holding him back.
you
I
know,
felt
beat
like,
selection beat selection is everything, especially for like if you're gonna do storytelling or if you're
Mhm.
gonna go just straight bars. With the beat selections that he made, he did hinder himself
yeah,
because he didn't choose the correct ones as far as like to bar somebody up. Like I didn't like the beat selections on disc one. I
that's
didn't like the
valid.
beats.
That's valid.
I didn't like the I did like the bars that he was spitting,
I
but
vibed with this one.
the only reason I didn't like disc one was because I did this challenge, and I'm gonna say it again. I did this challenge where if he says that he's the best, I skip the rest of the song.
Man, you about to make me leave my room, bro.
If you no, and I challenge everybody to do that same challenge and time yourself on disc one. Time
You'll be done in
yourself.
3 minutes.
You'll be done.
You'll be done in
I
three
nah,
minutes.
nah, it was 10 minutes.
10?
Damn,
It was 10 minutes.
damn. Did you
Every
record it?
time every time I heard him say that he was the best or that he was the king in this shit or whatever he said, that he was at the top, that he has bodies and all that shit, skip.
Wow.
Anything that he tough talks in was what I was doing.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
I gave it a solid 10 minutes. I didn't even complete. I knew that there was a couple disses in disc one. I didn't pay attention to that.
It's like
Not
I
at all.
said, he can't tough talk. He can't claim to
No.
be where Kendrick is at right now.
Mhm.
No.
Kendrick's bodied not only Drake, but made Cole body himself.
Right.
Talking about some big three. The biggest mistake in hip hop history ever made was first person shooting.
Yo, you know what I just thought of?
Hmm.
What if Bodies by
Man, you
Kendrick
about to make
Lamar, Tiramisu. What if Bodies is an actual him talking about J. Cole?
Yo, don't yo. J Tom, don't do that. Because
Yo,
you already
no,
know
no, no,
how
no, no.
listen.
I
You
go
already know how
body
I
for
feel about
body.
bodies.
I
So
gave you a body.
I'm probably a better masseuse. I really don't body nobody, but they running by me if I gotta clear up the room. Yo, don't start with me in that song. You
Dude,
understand?
what
that
if
is
Didn't I
that is
tell
that
you
my
that I was the
song?
favorite.
greatest
Listen,
when you
that is my
debated the number
favorite
one and
song.
number two?
What if that song is
Listen,
a J. Cole diss?
and he's just waiting to drop it.
Yo, J Tom, stop. You don't
What does J.
understand. Like,
Cole talk about? What
yo,
does J.
chat.
Cole
Yo,
talk
hold on,
about?
wait. Let me address the chat real quick. Let me address the chat real quick. Chat,
Putting
please. I need
hands.
y'all to
Putting
understand this.
hands.
There is a reason why I am acting like this because when I first heard Bodies, and you know exactly which part I'm talking about. When I
Yeah.
first heard Bodies, my spirit left my body. You understand? The way I was reacting, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like I kid you not. Like if you go and watch the reaction, like my arm, my arm was just hanging there.
He said, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know. My hands are right here, y'all. My
Yo,
hands are right here.
He
Yo,
said, go ahead, Bobby. Put him down.
dude, and mind you, that was the 5 seconds. Like that was the last 5 seconds. It wasn't like the Super Bowl where he extended it. I only had the first 5 seconds of that beat drop, and I lost my soul. I didn't know what to
Yo,
do with myself
Quickie.
in that moment.
Quickie just said something. That tiramisu bar is connected to a core lyric. Dude.
Yo, stop it. Stop.
No,
Stop.
Dude. We just uncovered it. We uncovered it. Let's go.
Bodies is a J. Cole diss track. Don't do that.
Hey, y'all heard it here first, guys. Y'all heard it here first.
Don't do that, bruh.
listen.
Oh
Y'all
my
know that this
God.
man Kendrick is 27 steps ahead. So
That's what I'm saying.
it's only right that if Cole was talking tough on this album, more than likely Bodies would have dropped an hour later. Not even. Oh, how long did it take for me to grams? Like 27
20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it would have been out 27. Would have been out 20 minutes after Cole's album release, and then nobody would even be talking about Cole's album because we were all waiting on this one track. Not all them tracks from Cole, that one track from Kendrick. What does that say? What does that say? And you already know everybody would have added it to their playlist. Everybody would have had it on repeat. Everybody would have been dissecting lyrics, and everybody would have been like, yo, did you hear this? Yeah, man. You know how many reactors would have been out that minute? Just to hear
Everybody would have stopped what they were doing.
They would have stopped listening to Cole's album mid-live and been like, hey, hold on. Push that aside. And then said, let's listen to Bodies because we've been waiting on this for 2 years.
Hey,
I would have been on Flex's live. Like
Yeah.
that.
I was
Like
just about
that.
to say, like, y'all know me, I'm waiting for that song. But remember, there are 2 words that haunt the hip hop hallways, and that's Kendrick
dropped. Watch
The
the
day
comments.
he drops
Kendrick
that
dropped?
song, it's over. I'm telling you that right now. It's over.
And you know what it is? People are waiting. Kendrick barely drops. When he drops, people drop everything. Whatever they're doing. People will drop everything that they're doing to go listen to what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it that way by dropping every 2 years, every 3 years. That's
Even
what it
Cole
is.
has a clip where he was talking to, I believe he was talking to Kevin Hart about it. He was like, I've noticed that the more consistently I drop, the less of my catalog would have been valued. So I spaced out how much I dropped, and therefore my negotiations would be more in my favor because I would be more looked for and missed by my fans if I, scarcely dropped. So I started doing that. And who's been doing that the entire time?
Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick
who else
has
does
already
that?
given out the blueprint for everybody for years.
Yeah.
And One
You
by
know who
one,
else
they
does that?
fell like dominoes because they did not follow his blueprint.
Right. You
Nas's
know who
blueprint.
else? Exactly. Exactly.
Nas is the king of the East. Kendrick is the
Yep.
king of the West. When it comes down to it, as soon as Nas drops, guess what? Everybody's like, "Yo, we gotta go. We gotta
Everybody.
go listen to it."
That's
As
true.
soon as Jay-Z drops, we're like, "Hey, is he gonna diss Nas?" Let's hope so, because that's the only thing that's blemishing your career, buddy. And then,
Yep.
and then, when Kendrick drops, of course, we gotta go listen to it. Not only did he just body arguably the most globally known rapper, but he also reset the culture of hip hop because hip hop was so dull, so dry before all this. Like, I wasn't looking forward to much until Like That came out. First person shooter, I didn't even take serious.
Right. He did Kendrick by Kendrick bodying Drake. He did open the doors for more artists to be number one. For example, the guy that performed at the Super Bowl yesterday, which was a great performance, by the way. If you guys didn't
Bad
watch it,
Bunny, Bad
Bad
Bunny,
Bunny.
killed
Bad
it.
Bunny right now
Shout
is
out to Puerto Rico.
global.
Shout out to Puerto
Bad
Rico.
Bunny, Bad Bunny right now, love him or hate him, is global.
Global.
He is the real Mr. Worldwide. No disrespect to my Cuban brother Pitbull. No disrespect. He is the real Mr. Worldwide. And
Listen,
that
what he
couldn't
did
have
yesterday,
happened if Kendrick didn't body Drake.
what he did yesterday was profound. He showed America how ugly they are to, well, a certain demographic of America, how ugly they
Right.
are to culture. Now, culture is what makes America great, and we ain't
Right.
about to get political, but just understand culture is what makes America great, and you can't generalize a certain culture for being a certain way only because a small amount of number of people commit or do certain things that are derogatory towards the rest of the world. Of course, persecute them and get them up out of here. That's fine, but not everybody is illegal. Not everybody of
No.
that culture is illegal, because at the end of the day, this is not our land.
I was just about to say, who stole that land, bro?
Stolen
This is
land.
not our land. So
You
let's
know?
go ahead and remember where we all were. Let's go ahead and say, give or take.
Hundreds of years ago.
No, let's go with about 1,500 years ago. Let's see where we all were.
See, one thing I gotta say about the Super Bowl performance yesterday is that I sat there and I not only witnessed like the culture
Wow, that has got me stressed.
that comes from literally like a Hispanic kind of like Latino side, but we also got a little bit of history at the
Right.
same time as well, right? Which kind of follows what Kendrick was doing while throwing subs in there. To do that and throw subs in there is crazy. That's not my point. But what I witnessed with Bad Bunny, I'm just like, oh, you're getting the history of here, mind you, not over there, here, and you're also seeing what this culture looks like. And then when I look at the kind of like the comments and all the hate, I'm like, your hate falls on deaf ears, or your hate is baseless because you're crying and complaining about things that are of culture. So,
This is
and of
culture.
course, this is coming from individuals that don't really have one, or they consider hot dogs as their like. Anyway, my point is,
Burgers.
This-
Burgers.
Even though hot dogs are not American, or burgers. Burgers are not
Yep.
American either.
If they had their
yeah, we
country
can
the
keep
way
going.
that they wanted,
we can keep going. We can keep going.
if they had their country the way that they wanted, guess what? You know what what would only be here? Cheese and goddamn potatoes.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead and keep your stew. Go ahead and keep your stew. Everything else, nah, that's us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's all
everything
us.
I witnessed, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, to hate on this.
I
is
know.
senseless.
How can you hate on Latino culture? You guys go to Cancun and enjoy
Taco Tuesday.
You guys enjoy your margaritas and whatever the fuck you guys call Mexican food. You guys go to Puerto Rican food. You guys go eat and do all this other shit. You guys enjoy yourselves. Why hate on that? Why try to
Cinco
get
de
rid of that?
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, even though it's not a Mexican thing.
It's really not. They just branded it that. Just like how, and don't get me started with Black History Month. I don't care what y'all say. I'm black every month. Don't
Every
give me
month.
the shortest month in the year to celebrate myself. No, I'm black every month. So
America, for everybody watching, I don't mean to get political, but America is a melting pot. I learned that in school, and you guys fed that to me. America is a melting pot.
so all this artistry, everything that we've even gotten in the last 2 years have been so revitalizing for hip hop. Why couldn't Cole channel this through his album? Because
You
he
never know.
lost himself when he
Yeah,
was
exactly.
the driving force of hip hop right before First Person Shooter was made. Until that day, that was the last time that we heard the real Cole. That last verse was the real Cole.
Right.
And he couldn't emulate that in this album, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's why at the end of the day, I gave him 5 points for effort and for the concepts that he drove on there and the execution of certain songs on there that was dope. But that's only 6 points. Nothing to take home, no quotables to really throw out there and be all, because I can guarantee you there's still people saying it's just Big Me.
Right.
I guarantee you that there's people day in their life sitting there saying it's just Big Me, whether it becomes something at work or something within, their household, or, something that belongs to them. Like, oh no, this Big Me.
Nah, but what about Pipsqueak Pipe Down? Like I feel like that was cool too, right? Right, guys?
Nah.
It's a
Right?
joke, just like the
Nah?
person that said it.
Okay. I just had to throw that in there.
Right.
Just
No, like
it's
I
just
said,
it's night and day.
Canada
It's
is
night and
not
day.
Canada is not disrespected at the, like, because one thing my wife and I were talking about the other day, Canada is still respected as a place of talent,
Of course.
but it's just Drake that we clown on. The
Yeah.
Weeknd, Bieber, they're solid. They're cool. I mean,
Yeah, they're
Bieber's
cool.
kind of
They're cool
teetering
in
on
our
the
eye.
edge. They're teetering on the edge, but they're not hip hop. Who's the only person we had in hip hop that was from Canada
Yeah.
that really made a
Yeah.
difference?
I mean
Yeah.
Tory Lanez too, but he locked up, so
No, Tory
Yeah,
did
he
that
shot
to
somebody in
himself.
the
We
foot.
can't even include him in this conversation because
Nah.
he got himself exited out. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when it comes down to taking a Canadian rapper seriously, it's slim pickings. You're gonna have to have somebody.
let's
We
not,
need a S tier threat. We
let,
need an S tier hero
Wait,
coming out there.
let's
We
not
need
forget Rick
Quickie.
James. Let's not forget Rick
Rick
James.
James.
Man,
Rick James was in Canada first. For all
hey,
the people
That
that
is
didn't
true.
know.
Rick James wasn't hip hop. That was soul.
I'm Rick James.
So
No, I
at
know.
the end of it,
We're just throwing names out there, but when you focus it on hip hop, then you understand my struggle.
oh no, I know your struggles. The
But
thing
see,
is that on your platform, you have the ability, and only you, from what I've seen, only you have the
right.
ability to. Oh, my wife is throwing down on some Caribbean food. My mom is in town and they making Caribbean food. My mama showing her how to
Hell
make
yeah.
some griot, some rice, some sauce squad. Oh shoot, I'm smelling it,
Yee.
bro.
Man, we ain't
My
got no
wife is
running
learning.
Add
water.
a
We
little,
can't make no
add,
rice.
add a little bit of sazon in there.
Yes,
Sheesh.
sir. You know the deal.
Nah,
Yo,
don't
I
be
just got a
saying all this.
whiff.
Hey, listen. Don't be saying all
I
this when
forgot
we
the
don't
whole
have running water,
conversation
okay?
off of
Don't be
one
doing
whiff.
that. We ain't got
I
no
was like,
water
"You
right now,
home?"
bro.
I was like, home?
You got cut water. That's all you need.
Man, if you
I got
would
some.
stop it.
But no, at the end of the day, Canada still has a place, a
We
say,
do
a
have cut
voice.
water out here, by the way. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's
Y'all
all you
still have
need,
a
bro.
voice, a say. Y'all still have a seat at the table. The problem is that we made that fool get up.
You
And
wanna
ain't
you wanna
nobody
know
sitting
something
at his
worse
chair
now?
right now. Nobody's sitting
You,
at his chair
Here,
right now.
you wanna know something worse that I can add to that? Because
For-
this kind of adds on to like the next point in the conversation when we talk about regional rap. Because Cole, one thing that was decent that Cole did is that we heard a lot of familiar. I think we heard something from something like Southern sounds that we had, a lot of New
Yeah,
York sounds.
a lot of New
Like
York.
if you notice when we start to list off these different regions, regional rap is returning into the conversation of hip hop that was taken out in like the 2010s when they wanted to make it the
Right.
party era and the get lit era,
I
right?
call it the turn up era.
Or
Yeah,
that
turn up
too.
there.
But now, when you look at the regional side, okay, now we're getting a little bit more tidbits out here. We've been getting a lot of regional rap over the past like year or so, which has been
Yeah, it's
phenomenal.
been
It's
about a year.
restating
Right.
different areas. What Metro Boomin did for his album displayed regional rap from where he from. Let's not forget like the sounds that we've been hearing recently. We've been hearing some of like an old like Florida kind of sound kind of resurfaced through different artists.
All the New
Like we're
York
returning
sounds
back
coming
to the
back.
blueprint, right?
So
Yeah,
let me add to
I'm
that.
excited for that. I'm excited for that because Houston sound is also starting to resurface. I don't know if you guys have been noticing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
don't know if you
has.
guys have been noticing. Propane just dropped.
Oh.
Slim Thug is about to drop.
Slim
Chameleonaire's
Thug.
coming back. Chameleonaire's
Yup,
coming
The
back.
millionaire is not coming back. There's no way.
Yes, yes, he is, man.
You mean to
I'm
tell me
yup,
telling
they
you.
got
yeah,
him
he
out of
is.
Silicon Valley?
He
He's
he
free?
he,
Like
he said that he's dropping an album on his platform. I was gonna buy it and then react to it, so that way we can all enjoy it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know if I would have gotten a clip for it, which is why I haven't done it yet. So I was gonna email him about that and see if that was cool.
No, I'm pretty sure he'd be okay because with the Blizzard birthday, he had to pay
Right.
for that technically.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the same rules applies to YouTube when it comes to music. You can't monetize it, but you can still have it on your channel. You know,
yeah.
Right.
so it's the same thing.
You just do it for the love of the game.
But my
Yeah.
fear now, if I want to step into the fear, of this why I wanted to bring this up as well because
Ooh.
the biggest fear that I have is with Toronto, where we don't have a sound. We've
It's
just
not
been
that.
it's just we've been riding the wave for a long time. And it's not like we don't have a sound as in there's no music. It's just like we don't have something definitive that we can consider
Toronto
this is
drill.
us, right? So that's
Toronto
that's
drill
mainly
music.
say what?
Toronto drill music. I've heard
Don't
a
do
little
that.
bit of
Don't do that.
that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen,
Didn't y'all?
drill is not even marketable. That's just it's a dead
And
genre.
The way I
also
see it,
Prime Boys. Hey, Prime Boys. You can't forget about Prime
You gonna
oh,
Boys.
get out of here with that mess?
you gonna make
You
this
can't
man
forget
stress
about
out.
Prime Boys,
I will
bro.
always forget about Prime Boys. Anyway, my point
Man,
is,
let me hand this man a vape. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Canada has music. It
we
does not
know.
have a sound. You're correct.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's up to the most prominent artists to come out and say, yo, this is what we sound like. This is our music. This is, this isn't our hip hop. This
Mm-hmm.
isn't our pop. This isn't our dance.
Right.
This isn't our reggae. This isn't our reggaeton. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is Canada sound. And once it's out there, once it's taken that leap of faith,
Mm-hmm.
then it'll land. It'll land, and it won't die. It won't die. It might get a little bruise coming from other countries, like, oh, this is something I can't really get with. But eventually, something will land and stick to the point where
Right.
they're like, all right, this is trending. Now, who's the best at this? because eventually that's how any and every genre goes. Like you can sit there and go to somebody and say, "Hey, you like country music?" Nah, but I like a couple George Strait songs.
Mm.
Why? Because you've dove into it and you're like, all right, out of everybody else likes George Strait. I listened to a couple songs of him. Hey, he's pretty good. Not my cup of tea, but at least country music, they would have what they would consider a GOAT, which would
Mm-hmm.
be George Strait, Johnny Cash, whichever. And then you look at like dubstep. When dubstep was first coming out, who did everybody look at? Skrillex.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So who's the GOAT of dubstep? Skrillex.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's go ahead and call it like what? Um like what would be a cool name for Canada trendy music? It would be just Canada Vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then Canada Vibe music. And then who's the best at that? Flex Your Mind Network.
Exactly.
Hi.
So at the end of the day, it's up to whoever is the most prominent artist of that genre. The genre has to be created when it comes down to Canada because
Mhm.
the seat is empty when it comes down to its place at the music table. Drake was at the head, but we kicked them all off. I think it's all in agreement that he kicked it all off. We all kicked him off because he's still suing his label, and he's
Crazy.
still getting sued by state. He's still getting sued by all these civil cases, and even his own baby mama. So
Yeah.
at the end of the
All of
day,
his baby mamas.
yeah.
They're coming for that
So
payment.
yeah,
Pause.
they are, and unfortunately,
Allegedly.
There we go.
for him,
Allegedly.
he dug his own grave. Oh yeah, all alleged.
Yeah.
But he dug his own grave because he thought the money would change him. Nah, you still lame, bro. You still lame. You still sitting alone at that lunch table.
Yep.
So
But he did it to himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
he dug that hole for himself. The only thing was is that we were, he got kicked in it and he got kicked down. So it is what it
All
is.
right. So at this point now, because we have like less than like 30 minutes, at this point, let's dive into my favorite topic, the marketing.
Yeah, let's
Let's dive
go.
into the marketing behind the fall off because there are way too many inconsistencies with the marketing. Now, I know sale wise is probably that's not one of your goals. Your goal was to put out a project for your fans and for the town of Fayetteville, of course. But at the end of the day, you're part of the big three. Regardless if you were two or three, a lot of people were saying two, some people were saying three, some people said
Uh,
one. But
I
my
never.
point is the sales are going to matter here right now. All right.
Right.
And I'm not leaning
Yeah.
more towards the sales. I'm more leaning towards the packaging of the project. Sales for me, knowing that what this album is supposed to be or who this album is supposed to be for, I'm not going to worry about the sales right now. I'm going to worry more about how well you put this together. And even then, there's still inconsistencies. It's just like you fell short with this one, if I'm going to be super honest. All right.
I'm gonna call it now. 202K first week.
It's
Hmm.
valid for Cole, to be honest. I won't be surprised if it's more.
Mm.
You know?
I mean, he's going out and selling his album out of his. They have a Honda Civic, Honda Accord,
Cardi
Toyota.
B was
I
doing
don't
it
know.
outside of a subway.
That's a good thing. Okay. I want to also
Yeah.
say that's a good thing.
It is a good thing because you then attract more people to come and, oh shit, is J. Cole gonna come out and give out or sell more albums this way?
Mm-mm. No.
Is he
So
gonna
The
come
marketing
over
of
here
it is
to my neighborhood and sell? Yeah.
it's a great idea. However, this whole "I'm such a humble man" gimmick is getting a little old
It
because
is.
I'm not gonna be 39 years old driving in a Honda Civic
any
across
41?
country,
Especially when you have a Porsche,
Don't you have a
especially
Lambo at home or something like that?
when we
right?
know When we know that there's going to be security behind him, when we
Yeah.
know that there's going to be a bus or some sort of, eh, you know, courier that is going to have more albums right behind him, just in case that he runs out in his Honda Civic. So, like, he's creating an image, a presentation of a humble man, and
Yeah.
trying to still relate to who he once was and who we all are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it. I get it. I understand it. You're trying to make sure that people understand that you're a real man, you're a real person, even though you're a multi-million-dollar artist, and you can you can sell albums if you honestly felt like it at the leisure of your home. But this gimmick, it's old, man. Riding around on the
Yeah.
bike, it's old. I get it. I get it though. Like you're trying to connect with these fans in the most humble way that you could possibly can, but we know that you can go shop at any Gucci, Louis, Prada store at any time. You have the money. You have the entire world at your fingertips if you felt like it. But appearing like this is only personally disrespectful to the people that you're trying to connect to.
Right.
And I can't really stand by the whole presentation of the marketing because I'm looking at the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
But since a lot of people have short attention spans and don't like to dive deep, they're just gonna take it at face value and be like, "Oh, J. Cole's coming to my city. Let me get an autographed copy, and I'll pay double for it." Good
Yeah.
One
marketing,
thing,
but
one
you ain't
thing,
selling
Yeah.
me.
one thing I would like
Yeah.
to say,
Here's
before, like, when you talk about the rest of the marketing or even like the hype, the biggest flaw, like marketing wise, would be like it took 10 years to craft this album. I
yeah.
feel like that was the biggest flaw
And this is
because
Yeah.
what we got.
you gave us an idea of where you could go with this, and throughout the whole thing, now mind you, at face value, 10 years, I'm like, oh, we must be hearing something that's like classic but still worthy enough to drop today. That's what
Yeah.
we're all thinking. What we got at the end of the day was just
More
A
J.
Cole
Cole.
mixtape.
old songs. Like these, some of these felt like they came out of a vault. Some
Right.
of these
That's what
felt
I'm
like
saying.
it's just we heard this already. Like I said earlier in this live,
He
it's
came
all
out with the
familiar.
recycled garbage that he decided were throwaways, but then after him bodying himself and Drake getting bodied, and then him putting out Port Antonio, he's like, okay, now I need to flip this script and this narrative, this perspective of how they used to see me and present it to them now so that they can see me back then now
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
how great I've been for the last 10 years. No, bro, we need to know what the hell is going on now. And for you to sit there and give us this after 10 years of waiting is a slap in the face.
A huge slap in the face.
This is a backhand with
The only
Yeah.
with a
thing,
knuckle ring.
the only thing I
Because
can really respect. Sorry, let me just say this, and I'll let you go. The only thing I can really respect from this whole album is the skill set that was on display through the raps,
right.
minus tough talk, but the
Yeah.
skill set. Aside
That's
from tough talk, we had a lot. We've heard some ish. We're like, wait, hold, whoa, wait, what? Like through my life, I was hearing some things. I'm like, okay, wait, hold
but
on.
that's all
Let
he
me.
has left.
Yeah, that is all he has left.
He should have
But
shaped
the thing
this
is,
album
but the
better.
thing
He should
is,
have shaped it around you instead of,
exactly.
But go ahead.
But see, what he should have done is not market it in such a way, because what people were expecting and the reason why people are so disappointed, it's not just because of the apology. It's
Mhm.
not just because of him bitch slapping himself. Sorry, YouTube. It's because it was basically him saying 10 years worth of work went into this. 10 years of me went into this. I was expecting perfection coming out of that because when somebody takes a long time to drop something, it's perfection. They put time and effort behind it, and it was perfect. Not only to them, but it was perfect to their fan base. It was perfect to other people that are just being introduced to that artist. Perfection.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was expecting, and that's what other people were expecting too, and why the fall off fell off.
Yeah. And
Couldn't
then
agree more.
another thing, the capturing of fan bases through different legacies or legacy acts that were on display in disc 2.
Right.
Right? Also, you got to consider that there was a lot of names. When you think like, yeah, first of all, where did PD Pablo come from?
Mm,
Let's get that out the way. Then we heard Lil Boosie off
left
of
field,
a sample from like
left
when he was
field.
Lil Boosie.
They came out of retirement for this shit.
The, of course, DJ Clue, Mob Deep, Erica Badu, Outkast, Luda, Ti, Usher. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna forgive Future for singing "Nice and Slow." I'm never gonna forgive Future for that.
We can forget that. We can
No,
forget
no, 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 no. We're not forgetting that, okay? How dare you get Future sing? It's 7 o'clock on the dock. I'm in a drop top crew. No, no.
we can forget that.
No,
We
I
can forget
nah,
that.
bro. That you understand how mad I was when I heard that? I'm like, man, I was about to throw my chair out the window. I swear to God. That had me upset, bro.
Future still is a top tier trap artist. Let's not forget DS2.
Oh,
But
bro,
but
are
but
you crazy? Dog, my
Yeah,
favorite song by Future is
future
March
right.
Madness.
Yeah, future right now is the only, and I hot take, only good artist right now and from Atlanta.
Damn.
very much so.
Is that
I
Big
will
King?
definitely
Hot take.
shoot. Hot take. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say I disagree because Ti is apparently making something.
But he hasn't came
Apparently,
back. It's just one song. Yeah,
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 for right now.
yeah. For right now, I'm gonna give you
yeah.
that. I'm gonna give you that. Now,
Yeah,
Ti was regarded as one of the best rappers alive at that point, but
Amen.
yeah,
but
yeah. You can't,
we
you
gonna wait.
can't,
We gonna wait.
you, you can't count Ti with his intricate ass flows, with his intricate ass words.
Hey, and another
And
thing, yo, 50 Cent, don't be ducking Ti. We need
yeah,
that
50.
verses.
You got to do something about that.
We need that verses.
Yeah,
I need that for my childhood.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's definitely a
What?
solid matchup. But
What?
at
Like
at the
Ti's
end of the
winning,
day,
mind
when
you.
yeah, yeah, like that's a clear
Keep it.
cut. But Cole here
Oh
representing
man.
East Coast and slightly Southern rap. It's 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 disappointing. This
Yeah,
album, at the end of the day, if I had to put it into one word, is
Mm.
disappointing.
Yeah.
And you know, after waiting 10 years, yeah, I agree with J Tom. The expectation of it was up there. There's
Mm-hmm.
no reason for me to be sitting here not remembering what you were saying in most of these songs. It bothers me that you weren't able to be clear cut with how you feel on certain issues that we all need addressed, clear cut. And it it pains me as a hip hop enthusiast. The Ace Up Your Sleeve. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe to J Tom and Flexion Mind Network if you're new to his channel. We're all very much hip hop enthusiasts, and we do this. We talk about it because we know this. We live this, and it's our birthright. So don't get it
yeah.
twisted. Bars.
Yes, Lord.
So
Bars.
um, at the end of the day, it pains me to know that we have to knock Cole down a few notches when it comes down to his tier in hip hop due to this album.
Hmm. Hmm. He
Like
knocked himself down. To be honest, I don't.
Yeah.
he says that. He says that.
Yeah,
He
he
jumped off
knocked
the big
himself.
three.
Yeah,
Like,
and then now
why is
he's
that
back
the
up.
only quotable? Why is that the only quotable? Why do I feel like that's the only thing memorable from this album, that he wanted to jump off just to show that he can restart and still be at the top. You can't say that you're at the top until
Because
you
he was trying to
beat.
rage bait.
Yeah, there is virtually no way of playing chess with two other opponents.
Mm-hmm.
The first game, it's a clear winner. Black beat
Yeah.
white.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need to see two black pieces going at it. And the sad part is that, of course, cola is mixed. Let's not forget it. Let's not get it twisted. But the race thing should not be counted
Nah,
in this because of the
nah.
fact that J. Cole is actually of the culture. Yes, he was born in Germany, but he was raised here. I
Mm-hmm.
get that. He got his citizenship. He's good. He's solid. He's clear. He's cut. But
Let's not forget, he said he wasn't born in Germany, but he has a German car.
mm,
That's crazy.
Contradictory as fuck.
wow. Wow. Somebody who can't tell the truth. I wonder where we've seen that
Right?
before. So at the end of the day, like I said, we got to knock him down a few notches because he not only let Nas down again, because we all know Nas wouldn't have even taken, wouldn't, man, he wouldn't even taken 7 minute drill down. Nas would have said, nah, F of 7 minute drill. Let's talk about how sir, you don't come out and address anything or do for the culture as much. All you've done is made one song about uh black of what for the Black Lives Matter protests that they adorned it on themselves. We gonna be all right. That's the only thing you did for BLM. Let's say like there's plenty of angles that of course I can't think about off the top of my dome that Cole could have came at Kendrick instead of not only glazing the man on a diss track. Only
Yeah.
MGK did that, and we seen what happened with him.
Yeah.
And basically holding back, saying like, "Oh yeah, like I could sit here and say this. I don't want to have to do it to him, bro. Do it. What did Nas do? What did Nas?
He did it
I
to
don't
him.
care what anybody
Yep.
says. Nas,
Jumped out
everybody
that damn
knows.
window.
Everybody knows Jay-Z could have had the most decorated and most perfect rap career of all time till
Right.
he can win at Nas.
Mm.
And that's something that you just don't do. Y'all heard
You don't
Illmatic,
do that.
Stillmatic. It was written.
All the
Hip hop is
Maddox.
dead. This dude is not to be trifled with. When you hear his words, you feel them. Like the only two people that I'm waiting on a collab on is literally Nas and Kendrick. I am waiting on that. And
Mm.
once I hear that, I'll die a happy man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man.
So Cole gotta go after this. And if he comes back, of course I'm gonna give a listen to see what he gotta say because of the respect of his previous career, pre-Kendrick. What
I
we gonna
respect
call
his
it?
pen.
BK?
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I respect J. Cole's pen. Let's put that out there.
That pen is
I
always on fire. But
I respect his pen. I don't respect how he contradicts himself. Exactly.
Shout
Exactly,
out to the
Flex.
pen.
I don't respect how he contradicts himself a lot. How he backtracks a lot. How he copes a lot.
I think that's the main thing. So remember, keep in mind the conversation that we had last time, episode 1, when we're talking about what it means to be a consumer and what it entails. I feel like we're kind of displaying that now by just having this little barbershop talk in a sense, right? So I think the main takeaway at this point is like we can look past you now. No, because we have so much access to you, we can look past just the raps and then we can include your character into the conversation overall now. So when we see the inconsistencies through you, we have to say something. We have to ask questions. Like we can't
Right.
sit there and notice it and just be like, all right, cool, where's the tracks? Nah, no more. We're in a day and age now where music is shifting. If we do not adjust for the change, we're only going to be doomed to repeat what we went through in the past. And I don't know
Exactly.
about you. I'm trying to move forward, but we have to be critical. We have to be honest. We have to say something.
We have to
Like I
call it
say,
out.
like I say in any and every video that I'm in, your character validates your music. If your character is compromised, so too will be your music. I can't
Exactly.
if I can't connect to you because you're not being authentic, if you're not being real within yourself, if you're not standing 10 toes, then what am I listening for?
Yeah.
What do I have to gain from this? What do I have to learn? What kind of perspectives can I shape other than you being fake?
I don't know, man. It's tough because now finally, if we go over and check out longevity, there ain't no damn longevity on this. I mean,
I'm
there's
already
more
done with
long.
it.
Okay, let me take that back. There's more longevity on disc 2 than disc 1.
There's
You know
no
what there's
longevity in this one.
you know what there's more longevity on than this?
What?
Chance's album.
Which one?
Wale's
Right.
album. Wale's album. I go back to Wale's album a lot actually.
Wale's album
Right.
is super valid.
I go back to the clips all the time.
Mhm.
My favorite track on the clips is All Things Considered.
Nah, I got chains and whips, so I ain't gonna lie. Or so be it.
No, I mean those are like the main like the I want to
Yeah,
say
give
like
me a second.
Yeah.
the main singles that defined the album. Like those are the two main songs that and Ace Trumpets. We were looking for those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like I always go for the songs that hit the hardest with the soul.
So in that case, I would say FICO.
FICO was dope.
Yeah.
Like that whole album is a top to bottom. You
Mhm.
can run it up and down and be content with listening to it at almost any time.
But
Chances not
do you
so
not see
much.
like every album, it's the packaging, how well you can put that together. Mind
But
you,
look
like
at how the
now
fall off was was
it was
presented.
horrible.
Look at there was no like there was what that one intro or that that rewind song that he did in order to go ahead and
That shouldn't
place like
even
a
been
theme.
that should have been the song. And honestly, if I want to be super honest, I don't even think you can consider that a single.
No.
Exactly.
It's not giving single energy.
Nope.
But see, here's the thing, and I think J. Cole is looking at it in a different way. He didn't. J. Cole has always looked at the radio singles. He's always looked down on them because he says that he has to go against his character
You need
to
that.
drop.
That's
Yeah,
blasphemy. You
and
need
you
that.
do need that. But he says that he goes against his character by dropping those types of music.
You
I
cannot
agree, neighbor.
find the rules to what it means to be an artist. You can't do that, especially since Cole is literally at the top.
Right.
He was considered at the top. You can't just rechange the rules. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Don't
And
change
see,
no rules.
Kendrick
The rules are fine.
Kendrick said something. He said that he never lost himself for a rap image.
Yeah.
So he drops music, he drops singles, and it doesn't affect him. It doesn't affect his character or morality. It doesn't affect him. He drops. He basically embodies his music. Kendrick is that type of artist. So what does that say about J. Cole?
He's only doing this to show the skill. He's not doing this to show Because think about it. Cole has always been regarded for his skill, not what
Yes.
he's
Right.
actually saying. It's how he's saying it, not what he's saying. It's
Right.
never been.
Hey, that might be a
now with
controversial
Kendrick.
take, bruh.
Now with Kendrick, it's always been about what he said and how he said it. Why
Right.
is it that I can still memorize the entire list from top to bottom from Control? Why is it
Exactly.
that I can sit there and go back to the 2013 BET Cypher and spit that whole thing top to bottom because of how impactful it was? Why is it that backseat freestyle hits harder today than it did when it first came out?
Yeah.
Because
Not like
you see the evolution of Kendrick. You see the evolution of him as a person and his you see it. Him as an artist
where is
and
that for
as a
Cole?
person.
Where is
You
that
don't
for
see it.
Cole? Exactly. That is exactly why he cannot be out here tough talking and calling himself the best and sitting there rolling out an album that's on shuffle. The
Hmm.
entire album is a bunch
Oh,
of tracks from the vault that are on shuffle, and he presented it to us like, hey y'all, here it is. I finally got it. Here it is. After those two, after these 10 years, here you go ahead and enjoy it. We didn't enjoy a damn thing about this because you
Yeah,
weren't talking no truth. you
here's a
didn't give
okay.
us
exactly.
you
Here's
didn't
the
give
thing
us no
though.
truth.
So check this out. Um, the fall off is inevitable. This two track two. You should have kept that one, man. You should have held that. You should have had that as a surprise. You should
Right.
have used another song. It might be a song off of this too. I don't know if you want to lead with poor things. You're gonna give off the wrong idea. Maybe safety.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people are a fan of safety. Safety was good, but there should have been another song where it's like, let's use this to start the run for the inevitable release date. But because we had that in mind going into this, we're assuming, oh, he's rapping backwards like Nas on that one tape. Cool. Is this going to display his skill set? And then we go into the fall off, disc one, track one, immediately. Immediately, everyone's like,
Yeah.
all
I
all it
think I
was.
think
Oh, good.
I think that the fall off could have waited. If he would have dropped another one explaining whatever it is he wanted to explain, and if he would have gone off and kept the songs that were actually on the fall off probably would have hit. It probably would have hit differently, because if he would have explained his apology, if he would have gone in there with a different project, the fall off would have been a completely different project, and
mm-hmm.
we would have enjoyed it better than what we did presently.
Nah, you're
I got
kind
to
of
get
right.
up out of here soon, but
Hey,
Yeah,
we
me too.
wrapping up. We're wrapping up in a sec. We're almost up to like 2 hours. We're pretty much done the conversation. We just gotta just end off on final points. But I before we get to the final points, like it's just it's like this album. Like we can all agree that he rushed this, even
He did.
though it's giving the illusion that it wasn't. Now keep in mind, for a lot of the other creators out there, they're gonna have a lot of different takes. Like when you go up and you look up to the greats out there, when you look at Crew, you look at when you look at Wayno, Rob Markman, Company Man. When you look at our YouTube Rushmore with all these different faces on it, right? They're gonna have different takes. They're gonna have different opinions. I feel like they're more on the side of the acceptance of this sound in a time where we need music,
Right.
right? What we're doing here is we're being more analytical and more critical behind the shape of this project, which is why we kind of sound different from them. At the end of the day, I can sit here and talk about his skill set all I want, but there's just too much here where I'm like, okay, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. You like there's no way I was gonna listen to this multiple times and be content. There's no way.
At the end of the day, he fumbled.
He did fumble.
He fumbled, and this
He
is
fumbled like Drake May yesterday.
oof.
Jesus. Hey, and quickie to your point, it's up to the consumer. It's up to the
Right.
listener.
It's always up to the
And
consumer.
you know
The
what?
impact.
Speaking
If
of
there's
that,
no impact, if there's no impact, then the consumer
we-
is not gonna take.
Like the way I see it, it all comes down to keywords here:
yeah.
presentation,
Right.
impact,
Mm-hmm.
lasting power. I know those are two words, but this is
No,
I'll
you
say
get
the
it.
key phrases: lasting power
It.
and legacy. Those would be my four aces there when it comes down to reviewing or providing a perspective on a project that was anticipated and had high expectations and had an entire fan base riding behind it in order to go ahead and give it the praise that it deserves, not the one that it needs. Because right now, the fan base, Cole's fan bases right now is giving it what it needs. They're overhyping it. They're loving it a little harder than what it actually is. I mean, I'm a critical listener. I definitely make sure that I go in unbiased. I go in with no feelings behind it, and then after I give it 2 to 3 runs, and I make sure I dissect, and I make sure that I'm with my microscope, making sure that this all makes sense to me before I pass judgment. 6 out of 10.
Yeah. You're way more generous than me, man. I gave it a 5 out of 5, a 5 out of 10,
Damn,
because it
5 out
was
of
a double
5.
dip. No, no, 5 out of 10. It was a double disc, and disc one to me sucked. So
Mhm.
That's
five out
fair,
of
man.
five,
That's
five
fair.
out of 10. Jeez.
I can't. For me personally, I don't want to rate this one. This album I can't rate, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't give this one a rating. That's just me
Damn, Flex.
personally.
Open
Um,
to interpretation.
at this point, like I can't. Like if I was gonna rate this, it's not gonna be good, and I don't want to do that to Cole, knowing that he still contributed to hip hop,
Right.
right? Bringing back the regional side to things in a time where we need it. I don't want to. I don't want to do that, you know. So my final thought though is that all I gotta say is that your character matters now. We're in a time
Right.
period where your character actually matters. You have to move militant now. We're in a time where it's like, yo, AI music is like right there. Just because things are quiet right now, don't mean we're good. That's
We don't
called
we don't
that
do
they're building.
AI music.
Like
We don't
it's,
support AI music. Just to let y'all
we
know.
don't, but
No,
don't you
we
don't think
don't.
you can get it out of here just like that?
No,
So
no, no. We as the consumer can get it the fuck up out of here because yeah, no. Timberland, you made a mistake.
it's just
Yeah,
important
Timberland
to
just
remember.
retired, bro.
It's just important to remember that when we take in these projects, we got to be critical now. We have to.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts no more. If you're gonna be a little kid and pity pat, go ahead and pity pat all you want. But that pity pat is gonna turn your artist into a pity pat artist. Do you want that for yourself? Do you wanna walk around listening to this artist knowing that he pity patting? Nah. Be
Nah.
critical.
I mean, think about it like this. Look at the last examples that just happened. Lil Baby dropped an album, sucked.
Who?
Young Thug dropped an album. We all know what happened with that. Lil Wayne.
That Caucasian man.
Oh, I know that when Iceman drops, that's going to be the last uproar of the turn up era dying, and I can't wait.
I mean, if
Vice Man.
just think about it though, I'm dead.
Yeah, he
Just think
is.
about it though. Imagine like all the outlets that the turn up era needed. They're all gone. The clubs are not working no more. Club scene
Right.
is declining severely.
No,
It
we're
is.
back in the car. We're back in the headphones, and we're back in. We're
The
back
pop trunk era.
within
Hey man, listen,
ourselves.
listen. When this snow clears up, we at the day parties now, bro. We don't want that nightlife ish no more. That's boring.
Nope.
All
Ain't
you got to
nobody
do
It's a
is
dancing.
waste
pop
of time
trunk.
and money. It's
Just
a waste
pop
of time
trunk.
and money.
Park over there in any of your local WalMarts
Hey,
and just blast your music. That's all you got to
I
do
can do you one
nowadays.
better. I can do you one better.
I usually do it in a
You get
Taco
one of
Bell
these bad
parking lot.
boys.
Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
You get one of these JBL
Yes.
speakers right here. First of all, this heavy. I gotta hug it. You get this and you start playing music off this mother. Let me tell you
All
something.
right.
You
You
gonna have
placed it
your
on the
whole
knee.
neighborhood lit. You can run a
Wait.
whole. You can run a whole block party off this bad boy. Get you one of these. Get you
You
Also,
one.
placed it
get
on the knee, and then you
You
throw it
know,
over
get
the
some
shoulder.
cardboard. Get some cardboard.
man. let me
Start
tell you
b-boying. You know what I'm saying?
something.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. But just don't
Oh
break
yeah.
anything.
Oh yeah.
But
So
yeah.
so my final thoughts. My final thoughts are I think that J. Cole, if he would have put a little bit more time into his marketing and a little bit more time and thought into what this project was gonna be, I think it would have been a completely different project. And yeah, just it wouldn't have been a 5 out of 10 for me. And I've even seen it as a 3 out of 10 on Twitter.
Damn.
I've seen people give it 3 out of 10.
I
Me,
like that you threw the marketing there because a lot of people don't realize the marketing can help you shape your project.
it can. And see, the problem with the fall off was he had marketed this
Mm-hmm.
for years, and he hyped it up that it was going to be his best album, and now people are disappointed. People are sitting here and like, what did you work up to? It seems like you worked down. You
Mm-hmm.
worked up only to make your way down. So
Yeah.
what is it that those are my final thoughts. Marketing is and will be and will always be
Mm-hmm.
a make a break or a break for your project.
Yep.
And those are my final thoughts.
Yep. Now, before we get out of here, I remember Quickie told me to check out something on Discord and share it with the class. And it's pretty much. Let me know if y'all can see my screen actually, real quick. Actually, oh, here we go. Cool. So, we got the lyrics from Johnny P's Caddy at the bottom, and we got at the top the lyrics for Bodies. And this is crazy. So when I read this, it's like, but that just means I ain't as comfortable as y'all with lying, stretching the truth, knowing I never stress in the booth. They feel the pressure. They feel the pressure. Me, I feel like I'm just the masseuse, or I just left the masseuse. And then you go up to Kendrick's bars, seeing how we go. See, we going body for body. I hand you a body. I'm probably a better masseuse. So
I'm
J
telling you.
Tom, you might be onto something with this masseuse ish, because
Hey,
yo, if this is something for Cole, my God Almighty, my reaction is going to destroy the internet because I'm going to lose my mind. I
Flex
can't.
I'm
gonna
telling
pass
you.
out. Flex gonna pass out on stream.
Hey, you better speak it into the ether because I just might. The hell,
Man, see, you guys are lucky, and Flex, you can actually use this theory if you want to. You guys are lucky that I am not making content right now. If you guys, oh man, Flex, you have the
Just
opportunity,
make one
Flex.
video for the one time, bro. That's you
No,
right there.
no, you need to do this for yourself, man. This is a good theory. This is a good theory.
Damn.
You need to do it. You need to do it, Flex.
I gotta channel my inner mic drop, bro. You know, shout out
Yeah.
mic drop.
Channel your inner Ville, JV from the Ville.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the wife is over here calling me over for dinner.
Hey, it's good,
But,
bro. We done right
Hell
here.
yeah.
We pretty much
Oh,
out
we
of here,
done.
man. Hey,
but yeah,
W panel, W stream. Shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to King Hammer, J Tom Reactions, and Lightwalker. Even though he had to leave early, he was still here for the beginning of it.
East Coast,
Man,
Right.
I
East
appreciate
Coast.
y'all, bro.
One
And like
time
I
for the one
said,
time.
this open, bro. If you got a channel, you be putting out videos, you have a voice, come pull up on us. We don't care about your subscribers as long as you're doing your thing and you grinding. Come
Just
pull up on us.
remember,
We can have a
a lot
convo.
of people know how to talk, but only certain people know how to speak.
Mm,
Come speak
Exactly.
with us.
mm.
Let's
Put
go.
that back 10 seconds so it can replay again.
But yeah, keep that ace up your sleeve. I gotta be up out of here. Much love and appreciate all of y'all. J Tom, Flex, you already know.
Oh, ya tú
Um,
sabes, señor.
you already know. Support is free. Make sure y'all hit that
Yeah.
like button. I'm out of here.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Flex Mob, Shadow Mob. You already know the vibe. It's the end of the panel. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.
Ya tú sabes. Let's go. H Town.
Yeah, yeah.